Oh, sweet. Yeah.
Who is this?
This is Caitlin's inner clock. She has a voice.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Ooh, we've got to get out of here.
Oh, we must get out of here on time.
I'm a harried school mom that lives in Caitlin's head.
Yes, she's very busy. Hi, Kitty Deforest. How you doing?
Hi, Caitlin. I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm doing fine.
Yeah, we're too honest that comics.
Yeah. I know.
Comics should never ask each other, how are you? Because we're never going to say, I'm good, and keep it moving. We're always going to be like, well, since you asked.
How much time you got?
I'm actually working on a bit about this.
Yeah.
About how bad I am.
I'm tired and I'm sad, but I'm happy to see you. Yeah, that's probably my gauge right now. Tired and sad, but happy to be here.
I love that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've just been traveling too much, and but
The road.
It doesn't matter. The road, baby. I was just in Tulsa.
Isn't it funny how when you start comedy, the road is so romantic?
Yes.
And then by the time you're good enough at it to actually go on the road, you're tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm Kerouac. And now you're just like, actually, I would like to sit at home and drink Diet Coke.
I was Kerouac. Now I'm lower back. I'm very sore. I need to sleep in my own bed.
These Holiday Inns do not give good back support.
They really don't.
No. I went to one yesterday. They don't even sell contact solution.
What?
How are you going to be a hotel and not sell contact solution?
That's unbelievable.
It's a toiletry.
But you're selling Skittles.
Yeah.
Is what you're selling.
I can't put those in my eyes.
That's not helping me at all. More like Holiday Out. I'm leaving.
That was silly.
That was
I like
good.
that very much.
Thank you very much.
What a fun.
Hey, we're off to a fun rockin' start.
Well, Kenny, this is exciting. You just moved back to New York.
I just moved back to New York.
So glad. New York is lucky to have you.
I'm exuberant.
Yes. I mean,
Yeah.
you're wearing a fun sweater. If you're watching this in real time, he's wearing a very cool outfit, and you're watching my hair dry as we go. So this is exciting. Yeah. It's
It kind of. I feel like you're my exhausted stylist. That's kind of the vibe I have right now. She didn't have time to blow dry her own hair because she was making his sweatshirt game look right.
And your sweatshirt game does look very right. I love a tie-dye situation.
Thank you so much.
What does it say?
It says luxurious flavor. I don't know. I found it at some secondhand store.
Okay.
I do all my shopping at secondhand stores.
That's nice. It's very eco-friendly.
Yeah, I know. Thank you very much.
Were you raised poor? Was that?
No. No, I wasn't. I'm just a man of the people.
I don't know why.
I don't know. No, people.
We got a pour over
I
here.
have tendencies that make people ask me that.
Yeah.
I've been told I eat like I've been to prison.
Okay.
Because I eat like someone's gonna. And I'm an only child. I wasn't even fighting with siblings.
Yeah.
There's just something.
It's all gonna go away.
Yeah, someone's gonna take my cornbread.
Yeah.
Daddy doesn't like that. Not my cornbread. No.
Where are you from?
Springfield, Missouri.
Oh my God.
Southwest Missouri.
Holy, a little hometown hero, I bet.
Well, yeah, you would think. But one of the most famous people on the planet is from there.
Who's that? Oprah?
I'm gonna give you 5 guesses.
5 guesses.
But I will say he's a man.
Springfield, Missouri.
One of people's sexiest men alive. Probably
Bradley Cooper.
Close.
Really?
Yeah.
Brad Pitt.
There it is.
Brad Pitt's from Springfield, Missouri?
Correct.
Yeah, you're never going to be in first place.
There's nothing I can do.
Nothing.
No.
Nothing.
He's not even just hot. He's sexy.
Yeah.
That's a different level.
And he's like 60 and sexy.
On my best day, I'm handsome.
You
know
handsome.
what I mean?
And then I guess it's a good day.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Whoa, I'm blushing.
that?
If you're watching in real time, I
Yeah.
match my sweatshirt. Yeah.
He's wearing jewelry. He looks good.
Thank you.
And sunglasses.
I know we're really
Face jewelry?
flexing.
Yeah.
I'm actually really tired and have bags under my eyes.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have to tell people that.
I forgot to put on makeup, so I'm wearing these glasses.
Yeah, you look great, by the way.
Thank you
Are you
so
a
much.
Niners fan? We don't have to talk about football. Go
It's
on.
okay.
Sorry.
I'm from the Bay Area.
Oh, that's awesome.
So yeah.
I did not know that.
I found this at a street market. My mom was like, "It has holes in it," and I was like, "That's the point. It's weathered." It was also secondhand. I'm a hero.
Let's go.
But I was raised
No
poor.
fast fashion for us.
So Springfield, Missouri, only child.
Mm-hmm.
Both parents.
Mm-hmm.
Good kid, bad kid.
A little bit of a. This is gonna be a very old reference to Leave It to Beaver. Very Eddie Haskell. Does that make sense to you?
How old are you?
I'm 95.
Okay. Wow. Incredible.
No.
What a pull then.
My parents watched the shit out of Leave It to Beaver when I was a kid.
Really?
Eddie Haskell was the friend that was really all the parents loved him, but then he was a little rascal. Like around the parents, he was like, "Hi, ma'am. Hi, sir."
And then
he's the one that's like, "Let's go skin a duck down."
Yeah. Oh, gee.
Yeah.
I like the way it smells when the blood hits my lips. It's like, oh God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mostly good kid though.
Mostly a good kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you party in high school? Were you cool?
I was very awkward in high school. I grew a lot fast, so I was very gangly and like not
Yeah.
comfy in my body. I had
Uh-huh.
really bad acne and horrific social anxiety.
Really?
But I was also an athlete, so it was confusing. So like by de facto, cool kid,
Yeah.
because I could play basketball. But then
Yeah,
outside of that, I wasn't at the parties every weekend.
Mm.
I was very focused on sports, honestly.
Yeah.
I was like, I drank maybe like 5 times all throughout high school.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, never. I hardly ever did it.
Yeah. Did you get drunk in high school?
I did, yeah, one time. The first time, yeah, I got hammered.
What were you drinking? And where were you? Give
okay.
us a scoop. Come
Yeah,
on, Kenny DeForest.
so
this is
there's-
good time, gal.
This is good time, gal. Let's get into it as we drink waters
Mm-hmm.
because we're old now.
And sober.
So, yeah, there was this like weird campsite. I still actually really, I asked my cousin recently, I was like, what was that place? And he's like, I honestly don't know. There was just this campsite that just seemed to be like forgotten about. It just seems like someone from our high school discovered that you could open this gate and go back to this campground. And it was insane. It felt like you were camping on private property. It was just like one campsite.
Mm-hmm.
You opened this gate, you went back in there. And it was like, I don't know, 45 minutes west of town, so a very rural area.
Okay.
So it was like this like passed down campsite.
All right.
And so I went and drank a fifth of Parrot Bay to the head.
Oh my
Parrot Bay rum.
God. Nothing in it? Just
No,
Parrot Bay?
out the bottle.
Oh, God.
It was horrific.
I'm sorry that happened to you.
I am too.
Oh,
It was terrible.
Jesus.
And we were just like, we were all chilled. Like there was no supervised, there was no like experienced drinker there. There was no one. And it was chaos. My friend Dylan, as soon as he got drunk, it was funny. We were drinking and like, when you see it hit somebody, like the eyes just lower. His eyes just lowered. And then with no words, he got up and then just sprinted into the woods. Just gone. And
I must be free.
Yeah. And then he was like making animal noises because he was a weirdo anyway.
Yeah.
But then he like climbed a tree. He was like 30 feet up.
Oh my God.
I know. We're like, Dylan, get down. And then of course he fell out of the tree.
Oh, did he die? Did
No,
Dylan die?
he's okay.
Okay.
He survived. He shook it off. Honestly, I think he was just so drunk he was limp, which is what you want in that scenario. You want to go limp.
What? So he survived?
He survived.
Nothing broken?
I don't think I mean, he might have broke his arm, matter of fact. Looking back, old Dill did have a sling on that shoulder in my mind's eye,
No.
Yeah, I think he probably told me it was a soccer injury, but I know what happened.
We all know.
Yeah.
Yeah. That Parrot Bay.
It was
a Parrot Bay injury.
man. Hey, listen, don't enter the Parrot Bay unless you plan on swimming. You know what I'm saying? Don't. You better come in with your life preserver. Fucking Bay of Pigs.
Okay.
I don't know. I said it and I was like,
Cold
does that
War?
track?
Is that Kennedy?
The Cuban Missile Crisis. Like, I guess I'm just saying things now that involve bays.
I liked it. It was fun. Little wordplay.
Yeah, wordplay, just bouncing around.
What's Dylan doing now?
That is a good question.
Yeah.
Dylan, what are you doing now? Hey, if you see this,
Call in
let me know.
right now.
He was a very funny dude. I like that guy.
Oh,
Dylan,
Dylan.
Dylan, where you
We
been?
miss
I'm
you.
right to camera. Dylan, where are you? How are you? I hope good.
He's like, well, still got the sling.
You were a better goalie than me. I'll say it, okay? You were better at it.
You played soccer?
Yeah.
Oh.
Through middle school.
Through middle school.
And then I chose football.
Football?
I know, because you can only choose one for the fall.
What about basketball? 'Cause
Oh,
you
I never
still-
stopped that. I played that all the way through.
Yeah, I was like, that's your main squeeze,
That's my
right?
main squeeze. That's my
Yeah,
baby.
if I know anything about you, is that you played basketball.
Yeah, that's true.
And you still play basketball.
No, not anymore.
Not anymore?
Well, I haven't played in a while. Because every time I am getting ready to, I go, if I tear my ACL,
Yes.
I lose everything. That's the thing about getting older is all of a sudden you really need both your legs.
Yeah. I hurt my hurt my knee and I had to wear a cast, but I was bartending at the time, so I'm hobbling around. I couldn't wear pants, so it was the dead of winter. I'm wearing shorts.
Oh my God.
And I had this disgusting, like my fat was just squeezed in because I had soccer legs, so it just like the hole where the knee comes out is just protruding, and I was like, this is really hurting my self-esteem. It was horrific.
Helping my knee, hurting my inner child.
Yes. Yeah. I was like, ooh, she's going to have salad for the rest of her life. But my legs are fine. There's nothing wrong with big legs. You just make the brace bigger.
That's right.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Oprah.
Thick in a good way. You know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
Kayla?
Eat bread.
Let's go.
Okay.
Absolutely eat some fucking bread.
Eat some bread.
Enjoy your life. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I can't have gluten, but, I can have a little bit.
Yeah. Maybe a little
Just
gluten-free
upsets my
bagel
stomach.
from the, yeah.
right. So
oh
Parrot
yeah,
Bay-
well, so I tore my labrum when I moved to LA playing pickup basketball on my shoulder.
Okay.
And my
what's
right
a
arm
labrum?
was just hanging at the side of my body for 3 months. And I was just like, oh, I can't have this.
No.
I was doing stand-up. I looked nervous.
Yeah.
I'd like get on stage and I'd be like, how you guys doing? And my arm's just like so tight to my body. And it's just like, I looked like I was having a panic attack.
You just have to be Mitch Hedberg. You're just like, the elevator is broken. Stairs. Escalate. Damn it.
Yeah, I'm just Neil Hamburger now. But it's just because I'm coughing through the pain pills. Oh, Oxy. Oh, man.
So did you do anything stupid when you were on Parrot Bay, or was it just Dylan?
Oh, I did.
Dylan crushed it, huh?
Yeah, so I was trying to. This was the injury, the first party injury I ever sustained.
Yeah. Oh, one of many.
One of many.
Oh, can't wait.
My buddy Ross always coined it unidentified party injuries. And you wake up the next day and you're like, well, something happened. We'll never know what.
Yeah, I didn't need my pinky.
Yeah, we weren't going live back then.
Yeah.
All you kids now,
I know you have.
you know
the
exactly
answers.
what you did.
You don't have to sleep with your shame. Okay, you see it for everybody else.
Yeah, you share it with the world. And it gets celebrated for some reason.
And then you own it. You're just like, I'm just gonna do me.
I'm a little chaotic. No,
Yeah.
you have a problem.
You never had to send the text. So, like, what happened?
Yeah, we didn't. Did we? Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's cool if we did.
Yeah, I'm fine. Do you want to do it now? I'll do it.
Yeah, let's have some hangover sex.
Yeah. Oh,
Drunk sex is whatever. Hangover
Yeah.
sex is where I'm at.
that's where you really prove your worth.
That's right. You're trying not to come and not puke at the same time.
Is it good for you?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah. Oh, your hair smells. It just doesn't smell bad or good. It just very
It just
potent.
is a smell.
Yeah.
I can't handle those right now. Your hair smells like McDonald's. That doesn't make sense. I think I'm having a stroke.
Did we go to McDonald's?
Oh man.
So party injury number 1.
Oh yes. So the campfire had gone out.
Oh no.
So it had like started to dwindle. We needed more wood.
Yeah.
So I found like, and this is such a drunk like teenage boy thing to do.
Yeah.
There's so much just like wood laying around that we
Yeah.
could have picked up because
Mhm.
it was that time of year. A lot of shit's falling out of the tree. All dry
Yeah.
wood is perfect. Just but of course I go pull like a fallen tree out of the woods because I'm
I'm a show. I am a man.
I'm a man.
I'm a tall man.
I'm a big man. A
a
tall
football
man.
player.
And by man I mean 15-year-old boy. Maybe 16 because we drove there. I'm going to show you what a man I am as soon as I get these braces taken off my
Yeah.
teeth.
Your teeth are very straight.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a good time.
What an accessory.
Yeah, how about
A
that?
smile.
A smile. Oh, the more you know.
So you get this branch.
So I pull out the whole tree and I'm like, well, we don't have a saw or a hatchet, but what I do have is my feet. So I'll just stomp this tree in half.
Perfect. Logic.
With
Sound
that,
logic.
Got that Parrot Bay confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
you know, the official drink of alpha males.
Yeah, he'll squawk in your ear. You can do it.
Sending me those pirate lies.
Yeah.
So I just start jumping up and down on the tree. And Caitlin, this next part is going to surprise you. I lost my balance. And I fell like a cartoon fat guy that just stepped on a banana.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
bloop, bloop. And then one of the there was like a spine, like the start of branches, but they were short.
Oh, no.
And it right on the butthole.
Oh.
I got butt fucked by a tree the first time I got drunk. Through the pants, through the jeans. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, through the jeans, like I was like a gay Mormon kid experimenting.
Really? You were soaking?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, you can rub it on there. We just want to take my pants off.
Yeah. Dry.
Let's have some dry dog.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
All right. So that's why you can't come without a branch up your ass.
That's
now.
exactly right. Yeah, that's where I'm a Deforest, right?
Yeah.
I'm a woodland man. You know what I mean?
You just became the Deforest you were meant to be that night.
Yeah, I wasn't a Deforest until that day. That was my bar mitzvah.
You can't run from who you are, Kenny.
That was my Gentile mitzvah.
Yeah.
You're a man now.
Yeah. Oh my God! Did everybody see?
Everybody saw.
Everybody saw.
And then the next day we went back to my friend's house, and it's
they
like,
were
you
you have to marry that branch.
you need to talk to your dad
Yeah.
and hope he accepts you.
Okay, I'm sorry. So afterwards, you go back.
This is great. Well, it's so funny because you're a teenager and you think adults are stupid.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, good thing I am not fully hammered now. None of the adults will know.
Yeah.
And we pull up to my friend's house and his dad takes one look at me and goes, boy, you got after it last night. And I was like, huh? And he's like, don't bullshit a bullshitter. That's how people in the Ozarks talk. I love it.
Yeah.
Don't you bullshit a bullshitter. What did he say? He goes, he said, you're puffier in a winter coat. That's what he said.
That's great.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Good job, Dad.
Yeah, man.
Oh, did you have any scarring from the branch or
Emotionally?
Okay.
Yeah, physically we were good.
That's the one that sticks.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Sticks. Get it?
Sticks.
We're having fun.
We're having a great time.
We're having a great time.
Riffing over here with Kristen Twig. Hey.
I am a sucker for puns.
Is this a music podcast? Let's play some Michelle Branch.
Oh, Kenny for the win. That was great.
Thank you.
Podcast is over. We're done. We hit it. We hit it.
Yay.
Yay. That's the thing. If you do good, you get to leave early. That's this podcast. You do a good job. Caitlin says bye-bye.
You leave now.
Yeah, goodbye.
It's a lot like sex in that way. You're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Mommy's done with you now.
Yeah.
We had our kicks. Please
You
leave.
served your purpose.
Yeah,
Thank you so
bye-bye.
much. Yeah, you had your chance when I was blacked out. Okay, and now... Now it's Mommy's turn to play. Consent is imperative. I just want to make sure everybody
That's true. Consent is very important. Dylan?
Yeah, Dylan?
Dylan?
Okay. All right, so that's blackout injury number 1.
That's number 1.
Do you have another one?
Oh, God. Yeah. Okay, you see this scar?
All right, we're reading palms.
You see that scar right there?
Yeah.
So I was at a party. It's also the night I had basketball practice the next day.
Okay. High
and
school?
College.
College.
And I had slowly started to realize, like I had just slowly started falling out of love with basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd never, like I said, I didn't drink in high school.
Yeah.
But in college, I was like, well, this is just simply too fun.
Yeah, it's the best.
But at first, I was like, wouldn't drink if we had practice the next day. And then it started getting crazy. It'd be like if practice was at 10 a.m. in my head, I was like, well, that's late.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'll go out and get hammered and go to bed at 2 and I'll get 6 hours of drunk sleep. That'll prepare me for a collegiate basketball practice. I'll have Gatorade and a Pop-Tart on the way.
Uh-huh.
We'll be
I'll get some Pedialyte. We'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll be great.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm at this party and actually the coach's son nut tapped me.
He nut tapped? Oh, I see. Oh, I see.
And it hurt and I just like instinctually turned and there was like a column in the basement, like a load-bearing column type thing. And I just like hit it and there was a nail sticking out of it. And it just went, and I was like, okay.
All right.
So I showed up to practice the next day with like
Stitches?
this all bandaged up.
Oh, God.
And my coach was like, what happened? I was like, and then I just told him the truth.
You told
Your
him.
shithead son. I didn't actually tell him it was his son.
You didn't?
Because I'm not a snitch.
Oh, that's good.
I'm no tattletale.
I mean, but why do boys do that? Why do boys hit each other in the nuts?
Testosterone's insane. Because what happens is you have none of it, and then you turn into a teenager, and then it's basically like cocaine is flooding through your bloodstream for like 10 straight years.
Yeah.
And you're just horny and you want to fight.
Mm-hmm.
And also no one talks to us about it.
Yeah.
No one ever pulls you aside as a young boy and is like, hey, by the way,
yeah,
you're going to look at your grandma's tits and feel weird about it. But I just want you to know that we all did it. It's
grandma's,
it's part of becoming a boy.
Okay.
You just like catch yourself glancing. You're like, that's unacceptable. But by the time I realized that it was too late.
Yeah, everybody knows.
I already did it.
You're looking at grandma's tits.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, I'm sorry. Being a boy, well, being a girl is no picnic either.
No, I've heard, I'm on Twitter and it seems like being a woman is easy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, all the lady accounts I follow on there are like, what a breeze we're having. I need to diversify my following.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Get one without double D's and see how they're doing. Just read more comments.
Oh,
How about that?
I should follow women that aren't just on podcasts being asked, does size really matter?
So did you make your ass of yourself all throughout college? Any other college tales?
Yeah, when I quit playing ball, I went full we talked about this before.
Yeah.
The post-athletic.
Yes.
You're used to competing. And also basketball was my outlet for everything.
Yeah.
Like when life would get crazy, I would just go to the gym and shoot hoops, and that's how I dealt with shit. And when that's
Yeah.
gone, you're gonna fill something.
You got to fill the void.
Yeah.
And literally, you will fill it.
You will truly fill it
Literally fill
with Jack Daniels.
your body.
Yeah, fill it to the brim.
Yeah.
So I went pretty nuts. I mean, I was like, I became a full-blown party boy. You know, it's like, here's where it becomes an issue. There's people that really enjoy partying, but when it becomes your identity, that's when you're in trouble.
Yes.
And that's what happened to me, because it was like I was the guy in college that I could funnel a beer the fastest. I always won. But here's the problem.
Did you know that we had this guy here?
Did you know that we had a champion?
The fastest?
Hello?
The fastest?
I'm sorry, you guys are still sitting down.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Up with you.
Yeah. Unreal. But when you do that, then every time you walk in a party, someone's like, oh, you guys got to see this.
Yeah.
Go get the funnel.
Yeah.
Go get it. Could you do two? And I'm
Yeah.
just, and I want people to like me.
Yeah.
If you can believe it, the stand-up comedian will do truly whatever it takes.
Yeah. Applause?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you want me to just do this till I throw up and then keep doing it? Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, God. I remember one time I saw a guy. I did the funnel. I went very fast. I didn't know. I was just like, just swallow.
How you doing?
C's. And size does matter. Okay. But
Clip it. That's going to get a lot of views. You just want the caption, does size matter, popping up. They're going to watch.
Yeah, that's true. Please. Yeah. I'm joking. We're doing fine.
We're doing great. Look at this studio. We're near Times Square. We're doing awesome.
Oh, my God. Colin, we made it. The owner of the studio is in the studio right now.
That's
so
right.
I have so much pressure to be funny. I'm joking.
Yeah.
I would never feel that pressure around
his posture suggests he's being crushed by mounting debt. He feels the weight of this whole building right now.
The last time
we got to fucking bring it.
I saw Colin on stage, he was screaming, "What the fuck is wrong with you guys?" Just screaming at the audience. The fuck? Like, call him. So we're doing fine. But some guy was doing the funnel and a guy peed in it. Another guy peed in the funnel and the guy swallowed it.
Oh my God.
I was like, I never did one since. I was like, I didn't know that was an option. And also, you peed in that funnel. Now the residue from that funnel, everybody's doing it. Disgusting.
Oh.
So
the similar thing happened to me, but it wasn't piss, but honestly, maybe worse. I started funneling a beer, and then my buddy started dumping a pint of Jack Daniels in when I wasn't looking. And so the beer cleared, and I was like, oh, more liquid. And then I did it again, and it was just a full pull of Jack Daniels.
Did you die? Are you dead?
I think it might be a ghost. Is this real? Where am I? Who are you people?
That's insane. You could die.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, for sure. No, where I grew up, the Midwest is nuts. And I didn't realize it until I left. Mm-hmm. But it's cultural. Like in high school, for spring break, we were the Missouri drinking team. Children. And we were like Missouri drinking team 7. This started
This is a legacy.
Yeah, it's a legacy.
Yeah.
And we were, children unleashed. Yeah. And we went nuts.
Isn't it crazy when you look at people who are 19 now, you're just like, oh my God. I had these 2 21-year-olds come out to a show and they're like, we loved you. And I was just like, how are you alive?
Yeah, you're like, I need to change my material.
Someone chaperone these girls. They're wearing a crop top?
Yeah.
Take them home.
Can't have that. You don't need to laugh. If you're in a crop top, you don't need to laugh.
I was like,
Your life's too good, girl.
I mean, they were very sweet. They didn't know what they were. They were like, well, we're just having a few side conversations. And I was like, oh, you can't do that during a comedy show. Oh, no, we just wanted to discuss the jokes.
We were talking about this last night, actually, weirdly, where it's like, as I get older, seeing how much, even a 24-year-old looks like a child.
Looks like a child.
And it's like, the idea of dating a 24. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm sure, she's pretty, but what are you talking? What are these conversations about? You know what I mean? This person knows nothing.
Yeah. Be like Dan Cook being like, she's mature for 18. It's like, no, she's not. You're immature for 50.
Yeah, you're emotionally stunted. Yeah. Something happened to you when you were 19 and you need to You need to heal that.
You got to heal that. You got to talk about it. Parrot Bay it out. Okay.
Yeah, have some Parrot Bay. Sit on a stick and figure it out.
Because what you're doing is borderline illegal.
When my son turns 15, I take him to the woods and I go, all right, son, stick the stick up your ass and drink this. You're a man now.
Time to be a Deforest.
It's like my version of like how natives would send their teenage, like take peyote and have it. That's our vision quest.
Yeah.
You drink Parrot Bay with a branch up your ass.
While you go climb up a tree and then fall out of it.
Yeah.
What do you do, son? What do you do?
Sit here till Dylan falls from the tree.
And then you'll know it is time to leave. You have completed your quest.
What will you do with your life? Ooh, graphic design. It's a good vision quest.
Okay, so that's high school, college.
Yeah. And then I moved to Chicago.
Oh, fun.
To start comedy.
Okay. And how was the drinking then? Still a little rough boy?
Outrageous.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Chicago.
Well, I think because I didn't really start doing it in high school.
Mm-hmm.
And then really in college. Like I drank a little when I was playing ball.
Yeah.
But it was still like within reason. It was like I had shit to do. I had class. I didn't have time to really be nuts.
Yeah.
When I quit playing ball. So I'm like, at that point, it was my end of my sophomore year of college.
Yeah.
That's when I really started like experimenting. And
yeah.
So I graduated in 2008. I moved to Chicago in 2009.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really only 3 years into really partying.
Yeah.
Having this sort of delayed like Rumspringa
yeah,
type thing,
yeah.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so Chicago, and like Chicago is a drinking city.
Yeah.
Like it is set up for it. No one's going to judge you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No one in Chicago is going to be like, hey, buddy, you okay?
Yeah.
It's not happening because we're all just hammered.
Yeah. I went to Zany's to do a one-nighter on a Wednesday, and I get there. I was like, I got to leave. My flight is at like 6 a.m. They're like, well, do you want to go out? And I was like, oh, no. They're like, we're doing karaoke. And I was like, well, my flight's at like 6 a.m. And they're like, yeah. I was like,
so you stay up all night, right?
Yeah, exactly. I was like, you guys are fun, but I got to go. I got to go to bed. I got a bad knee. I can't be doing karaoke.
Yeah, you know, no one needs this.
No, every time I hit a note, the thing starts clicking. I'm not doing that again. Okay.
Every time you hit the note, your knee clicks. I love that.
Thank you.
That's your tuner.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. We found it.
Yeah.
Found it. So what'd you do in Chicago?
Oh God.
Let's tell us a yarn about Chicago.
Oh God. I drank so much.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Yeah. Cause I had a job. I had like a office job.
Mm-hmm.
And I was making way too much money for a 23-year-old.
Yeah.
It was only like $45,000 a year, but
Yeah.
it was like just enough that I knew my rent was paid and I could drink without looking at my bank account.
Yeah.
And just know I'd be okay.
Yeah.
That's basically it, right?
Yeah. That to you is me with Instagram purchases.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I could buy these shoes.
Yeah.
I'm doing fine.
We're doing good.
Yeah.
We got this. Yeah. So, and then I started getting into like harder drugs and stuff then too. So like, you start doing coke. You start doing coke, and you're like, I'm gonna drink 77 beers.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. It's a slippery slope.
Yeah. So I want to preface this. So we're gonna laugh about this because we're comedians, but I want a disclaimer that I don't think drunk driving is cool. I'm not trying to glorify it.
Yes.
Okay. It deserves gravity. I understand drunk driving has affected a lot of people.
Listen up, kids.
I don't think you should do it. I think if you're going to drink, it is your responsibility to figure out how to do it safely and not put other people in danger. You hear that, Dylan?
Yeah. Dylan?
Listen
this is
up.
for you.
So that being said.
Yeah.
Because I have processed this and can now find the humor.
Yes.
But this was a early red flag of like, hey, bro.
Yeah.
Let's take a peek. Let's take a peek under the hood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like pretty new to Chicago. And I went to this open mic. It was like a mixed open mic, music and comedy. And they had a raffle. Mm-hmm. I also had like one friend in Chicago at that time. So I'm like desperately looking for community.
Yeah.
And so they raffle off a bottle of Jim Beam and I win the raffle.
Of course you do.
Of course.
God's way of saying, let's test this out.
Yeah. Let's see how he handles it.
Mm-hmm.
And the answer might surprise you. Not well.
What?
So, I just like opened it at the bar and I was like sharing it with everybody. I was like, hey, just like we're passing it around, kind of taking pulls. And this is also when I started to realize that we drink differently. Like
Mm-hmm.
even in Chicago, some people are like pulling whiskey out the bottle. I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? It's because I'm not a dork.
Yeah. Hello.
What do you need? Ice in a glass?
Oh yeah, put ginger ale in it, you fucking loser.
Yeah, I didn't realize I was amongst the wealthy.
Yeah.
With your cups and your ice
Yeah.
and your mixers.
Okay. Oh, a cherry.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
pussy.
Cool, Shirley Temple.
Okay, your parents are still together. I get it. I get it. You have good Christmases.
And only one.
Yeah.
One good Christmas. I see it in your eyes.
Yeah. Okay, so we're passing around a bottle.
Yeah, and then the guy who ran the Mike Patrick, great
Mhm.
musician, we're still in touch. He invites me back to his place. He's like, hey, man, if you want, we're going to play music on the roof. And music is I love it so much.
Mm-hmm.
You bust out a guitar, I'm listening. You know, a lot of people roll their
Yeah.
eyes when the acoustic guitar comes out at a party. I'm the guy that goes over like, what you playing?
Well, you are wearing turquoise rings.
Right, yeah.
You're-
I didn't end up here by accident. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're in tune, buddy.
I'm in tune, man. I like art, and I have to show the world. I don't want anyone getting the wrong idea of that. This guy
Yeah.
likes art. So we go back to his place, and we're just passing the whiskey. He had some beers at his place, and it's like one of those things where it feels like the sun's up.
Yeah.
So we go down to the parking lot. I think we're like throwing a frisbee. It's like 8 a.m, and we're hammered. And I was dating this girl at this time who lived in Milwaukee, which is like an hour and a half from Chicago. And she texted me something like, hey, I miss you. And my drunk ass is like, well, I'll be right there.
Oh, no.
I've been up all night.
Oh, no.
And she's like, are you sure? And I'm like, sure.
Yeah.
I have a fifth of Jim Beam in my body. I'm sure about everything.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm right. You're wrong. Let's go. So I go to a gas station. I get coffee and some gum because I'm responsible.
Obviously.
It's like, I got my supplies.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
ready.
Yeah. Not even a Danish gum.
Just a gum. And I made it to my exit, and I got pulled over. Someone called me in.
Yeah.
Because they're a fucking narc. Who hit me in the dick at that party? No one knows. Because I don't fucking tell on people. Some piece of shit on their way to work with nothing better to do. And I got pulled over, and I'm in like flip-flops and cargo shorts. Like, clearly, this is not like morning dress.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
you're not going somewhere with a purpose.
no, this is a drifter. A drifter has washed ashore in your town.
Yeah. They're like, we better check the trunk.
Yeah, really insane. I actually saw they sent me the sobriety check DVD. I should try to find that. That'd be a
Oh,
fun
really?
thing to share. And honestly, I watched it later and I was like, I kind of nailed it.
Yeah.
Like, had they not breathalyzed me, I think. So here's a funny thing. And I tell this story. I have a special that's going to come out soon that this story is in. But I had heard that if you got pulled over drunk driving, you should put pennies in your mouth because the copper is supposed to mess up the mechanism, and then they can't use it, and that buys you time to get to the jail.
Oh, I see.
So I just took a handful of cup holder change and threw it in my mouth as the cop was coming to the window. Horrific. Yeah.
That's worse than the piss in the beer bong. Oh, my God.
Yeah, my
Jeff.
stomach, I just felt that again, too. Ugh.
Okay.
Awful.
Did it work?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I blew over like 0.2. I mean, this is bad.
Yeah.
I was like, that's not
I'm
good.
surprised you made it that far.
I am shocked.
Yeah.
So then I almost got away with this too because this cop was new and he'd only worked the morning shift, so he'd never given a DUI. He'd never encountered a scumbag so down on his luck that he's getting a 10 a.m. DUI. That's literally the time it was. It was 10 a.m.
Oh my God, that's impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one word we could use.
Yeah, impressive or sad? Impressively sad.
Impressively sad.
Yeah.
I am shocked at how sad I am.
Yeah.
I am blown away by how much you've destroyed my mood.
Yeah.
With your truth. So I go to jail. I had the pennies in my mouth for like the whole sobriety check,
I'm really having a
the
hard time.
breathalyzer, the whole ride to the jail. Then they give it breathalyzer again at jail, and then the cops finally left, and I was like, so I'm sure at some point they came back and like, what the fuck is this?
Where are these
Why are
pennies
these
come from?
wet pennies?
You didn't strip search him, did you?
Have him in his ass?
Yeah.
Is he smuggling pennies?
They call it a coin slot. We're having
Let's
fun.
go.
We're having fun.
We're having a good time, Dylan. So yeah, and then I go to jail, and they're like, "Hey, man, we looked at the evidence, and it turns out you are hammered."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Fucking,
you better go."
that's right, officer. You caught one of the goats."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I was in jail for like 12 hours.
Damn.
In flip flops, like dressed like the most like punk ass white boy too. Like, nothing tough about anything.
Yeah.
And I remember at one point I started like everything started catching up with me. Now I'm hungover, I'm exhausted, and I'm sitting in the like holding area, and I keep falling asleep.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point, my head must have hit the guy's shoulder next to me.
Oh no!
And this guy goes, "Hey, motherfucker, you do that one more time." I was like, "Ah." And then so now I'm like if I fall asleep again, this guy's gonna beat my ass.
Yeah.
And then so I'm like fighting. They gave me a bologna sandwich.
Nice.
Really helped.
Yeah, I bet you needed that 2 hours before.
I did. Yeah, they
instead of the gum.
Yeah, that was my mistake.
Yeah.
If I had started with a bologna sandwich, this story wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, I finally got out of jail. The girl I was dating came and picked me up, and I went back to her place, and I was like, "Here, I made it."
Still miss me?
Yeah, still miss me, girl? Because here I am.
Did it
The
work
gift
out
that
with her?
keeps on giving. No, it didn't.
No.
But we're still friends.
That's
She's cool.
nice.
Yeah. She's happy.
She was like, I could have waited.
Yeah, no, she started dating women shortly after.
Oh,
she
yeah,
was like,
that'll
you know
do
what?
it."
I think I like estrogen.
Yeah, a strap-on's better than whatever this mess is.
yeah. Absolutely.
Oh my God, a coin full of nickels.
Oh, horrific.
Oh God. Well, you learned.
I learned. I survived.
Yeah. Don't drink and drive.
Do
The amount
not
of
drink and
people
drive.
who talk about drinking and driving on this podcast, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
don't
gonna
worry
come
about
up.
it, but like it's gonna come up.
But it is one of those things. It's not cool, but they make it fucking hard. Like where I grew up, we had one cab service in town.
Yeah.
And when I was in college, you couldn't even hail a cab. Like if you had to call the dispatch, and they would be like, "It'll be 45 minutes," and it's cold, and you're downtown, and you're 10 minutes from campus, and you just go, "Fuck this, I'm gonna drive."
Yeah.
There was no Uber back then, none of that. Like there was a free parking lot in the bar district, but you had to be out by 2 a.m.
Oh, geez. So that's just.
They're like inviting you to drive down there.
Yeah.
Come on in.
Yeah, make it cheap.
But if you leave that car overnight,
Yeah. No longer cheap.
crazy, no longer cheap.
Ugh.
So that was a nightmare.
Well, Kenny, we're down to the wire here.
Wow.
This is the point where I like to ask people if there are any stories we did not get to. Any humdingers.
Any humdingers? Okay, here's one of my favorites. If I want to write a high school movie. Like I think every generation needs one. Like a super bad. Like every generation needs their super bad or their right.
Yeah.
And so my best friend. I have several people that I consider best friends. One of them is my friend Daniel.
Okay.
We've known each other since first grade.
Aww.
Shout out Daniel. Yeah.
Yeah. Take that, Dylan.
And his family was always like his house was always the spot.
Okay.
And so he was dating this girl, and she wasn't a lot of fun. And he was like breaking up with her, but it was taking too long for our liking.
Yeah.
We were ready for our friend to come
the slow
join the
car
party.
Crash. Yes.
Yeah, get her out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Why are we talking for an hour and a half? Get her out of here.
Yeah.
So they're on the front porch talking. Okay. And so his back is to the house facing the street. She's facing him, and they're under like a little overhang, right?
Yeah.
So my friends climb up on the roof, and they have a fishing pole, and they attach to the line a bottle of tequila, and they duct tape a walkie-talkie to it. And so he's breaking up with this girl. She's like crying.
Oh, no.
And he's like talking to her, and he says all of a sudden from behind her head, he just sees this bottle of tequila lowering down. And they're having this like very serious conversation. And then my friend's got the other walkie-talkie, and he's just going, "Drink me." So there's like this crying girl turns around, and there's like a bottle of Jose Cuervo just dangling behind her head. "Drink me." And so Daniel's mad.
Yeah.
He's like, "Ah," and he just grabs the tequila and pulls my buddy Gary off the roof. Luckily it was a 1-story house and he landed in the bushes. Again, somehow fine. We're just made of titanium in the Ozarks, I think. It was so good. And then if you can believe it, the girl laughed. She was like, "I'm fucking out of here." And we were like, "Yeah! Party time!" Woo!
Gary.
I was also one of my big issue with booze, honestly, beneath it all was I'm a fucking bedwetter.
Oh no.
And it's like it's like it's funny that when you're young, you're kind of like laugh it off. You're like, "Oh, look, sorry for partying." But man, as you get older, it is sadder and sadder and sadder and worse. One time I went to a concert and this girl, I think I had like maybe posted on Facebook that I was going to the show or something. And so it was in Columbia, Missouri, where the University of Missouri is.
Okay.
And I went to college in my hometown in Springfield. So we road tripped up, me and some buddies, to see this show. And this girl was like, "Oh, hey, if you need a place to stay, I'm out of town. You can have my apartment." Sick.
Oh no.
So we go to the show, hammered. And I don't even remember going back to her place. And I just wake up, I have pissed her bed.
Oh.
And I had a brown leather belt on, and the pee like made the brown leather bleed onto the sheets. So I just like left Columbia with this girl's all her bedding. I just like took it. And then I was going to try to clean it for her, and I was like, I don't know. So I just mailed her a check. I had to like mail her a check for like over $1,000 because this was like good bedding shit. No, it wasn't $1,000, but it was like hundreds of dollars for a college student.
Yeah.
And I was like, "I'm sorry. I've not talked to her ever. I have no. Yeah. I'm sorry about that."
She comes
Ashley, I'm sorry.
Ashley comes home.
I didn't realize that I had some unresolved issues going on at the time. And you were an unfortunate victim of that. I'm very sorry.
She literally came home and just all of her bedding was gone.
Yeah, I texted her.
I got robbed.
Yeah. And her roommate was there. And like, there's just this guy she's never seen walking down the stairs with her roommate's bedding in his hand. I was like, "Hey, how's it going?"
Why did you just wash it?
I don't remember.
Why did you just go and wash it?
I don't know.
And then remake the bed.
I think I had to buy her a new mattress too.
Oh my God.
Because you don't like, how do you clean piss out of a mattress? You don't.
Febreze it.
Now that's a fun time gal.
Oh, she's a good time.
Spray a little Febreze on there
Just
and keep it
Febreze
moving.
Hope for the best. Little, what's that, peroxide? It'll be fine.
Oh, man. Another time we were camping and my friend set a whole picnic table on fire. And somehow convinced the guy that worked at the campsite that we didn't do it. And it was in our fire pit. Massive flames climbing into the sky. And there was these people like over there that kind of sucked ass and everyone hated them. And my buddy Chris just goes, "They did it." And the guy went over there and kicked him out. And it was in our fire pit. It was very clear who did it. It was all the people standing around the burning picnic table laughing and guffawing.
Oh my God.
That was a good one.
What does he do for a living now? I feel like he's got to be a lawyer or something.
No, he works for Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a
Really
very good man.
around.
He's a very good man.
Turn that around.
I'm very proud of him. Yeah. You know what? I told him I would do a social media post for him and I forgot. So I'll say this. If you're listening to this and you're in Springfield, Missouri, and you want to mentor a young child that needs it, you should hit up Chris Childers on Instagram and get involved.
That's great.
Because there's kids out here that need mentors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a lot of us choosing not to have children of our own right now because the earth is on fire. But there's a lot of children that are already here. So maybe help them out.
Yeah.
Dylan.
I think that makes up for the drunk driving.
Thank you. What I just did I just clear my karma?
Yeah.
Oh,
for sure.
Fucking that feels great.
Absolutely. You're a clear boy. Well, Kenny, this was so fun.
Yeah, thank you for having me. This
Where
was a
can
great
people
time.
find you?
Just at Kenny Deforest. I can't believe it. I'm the only one out here trying to do anything. I haven't had to like pay anybody for any of my URLs. Yeah.
That's great.
There's other Kenny Deforest, but they're all very low key.
Very low
They're like,
key.
"Hey man, don't worry about me."
They're like smoking weed 69.
Yeah. They're
cool.
just like me.
Yeah.
Those are my guys. But I actually said I'm on Twitter. I'm actually not on Twitter.
Did you have a special coming out?
Yeah, I've actually. So cool. Two quick things. I have two kinds. So one I filmed last year is
Mm-hmm.
pretty much ready. I'm trying to get the rights to use this one song in the intro because it's so perfect.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm working on now. But it's ready. It's edited. It's ready to go. But my album in 2017, we filmed it with the
Mhm.
intent of putting it out, and the footage got messed up.
Oh no.
And so we just kind of were like, well, that sucks. But
Yeah.
But then over COVID, the guy who directed it had learned some new techniques,
Uh-huh.
and he was able to kind of breathe it back to life.
Oh,
and
nice.
he figured it out. So it's 5 years old, but I actually watched it the other day, and I was like, none of this was topical. It's kind of all pretty evergreen.
Oh,
And I'm
great.
still proud of it. And so we're going to put that out first as a way to kind of get a
Yeah.
little momentum going.
Mm-hmm.
And then so that's Bad Dreams. That'll be coming out honestly very soon. Initially we were talking about tomorrow, but I got to call the guy after this. But like
Yeah.
by the time this drops, when does this come out?
In like 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, it'll be up by then.
Bad Dreams is gonna
So
be
Bad
out.
Dreams will be up. That's my 2017 album, and then the new special will drop. I'm gonna try to do a big PR push before I drop it,
Yeah.
but it'll be in the next couple months.
And that one's called I Wet Her Bed.
I Wet Her Bed.
Yeah.
Tales of a Drunken Pirate. Yeah. Tales from the Parrot Bay. Gather ye round and I'll tell ye a story of rum and gay sex with trees.
Well, that's not gay sex. That's botanical sex.
That's botanical. That's right.
That's
right.
what the B is in LGBTQ.
Ah! And the T is tree. Leaves. Gigantic trees.
Oh, my.
Botanicals.
We did it.
Trees.
Up top.
Up top. This was fun. At Kenny Deforest, Instagram and TikTok, I guess. But Instagram is like TikTok
I mean,
is for
who-
children.
Yes.
Instagram.
Instagram. We're not
Instagram.
trying to look at your young 22-year-old titties.
No, thank you.
No.
I'm out on that.
Bye.
Bye-bye.